Well, Indianapolis-based Eli Lilly and Company is reporting second quarter net income of $1.3 billion. That compares to a net loss of about $260 million during the same period last year. The company says the results were driven in part by several U.S. Food and Drug Administration approvals. Lilly also says the results reflect Elanco Animal Health and its discontinued operations. The company spun off Elanco as an independent publicly traded company last year. Well, the Sports Car Vintage Racing Association is returning to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway this weekend for the Brickyard Invitational, and it does so under new leadership. Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill.
Thanks, Gary. Well, with growing membership, more cars, and an increasing schedule, the SVRA is turning to a veteran of the IndyCar management team as its new president. And we congratulate and welcome Matt Breeden to the program to discuss his role with this unique part of the motorsports universe. And Matt, welcome to the program. Congratulations on becoming president. For those who don't know, just give us a capsule idea of what the SVRA is.
Sure. So the SVRA is the largest vintage racing organization in the United States. We race at 14 top-tier venues across the U.S. We've got races at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Watkins Glen actually coming up here in about a month. We race at Laguna Seca, Circuit of the Americas, where they host the Formula One event. And we've got a database of roughly 4,000 participants over the course of the year. So we're the first actual vintage racing national championship.
And if you go out to the Speedway this weekend, you're going to see everything from pre-World War I vehicles all the way up to the modern Trans Am type of racers.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've got a little bit of everything. We've also got a lot of vintage Trans Am cars. So those from the heyday from 1964 to 1972. In fact, we've got a specialty race called the Vintage Race of Champions on Saturday afternoon, which features an amateur driver driving their vintage Trans Am car alongside a former professional driver. So we've got Johnny Rutherford will be out there, Lynn St. James. Several of the Bodines. We've got Willie T. Ribbs will be there. So a lot of names that are very familiar here in Indianapolis.
Tony Perella, who we had on the show before, will continue in his role as CEO. But talk about your duties now as president. And I should point out this young man is a Pike graduate, so we're glad to have you here in town. But talk about your duties.
Sure. So Tony's absolutely going to stay on as the CEO and really focus on the sales side of the business. There's been so much growth over the last 7 years with the SVRA that he needed somebody to come in and actually manage that growth, and he's tapped me to do that. We're really focused on creating what I would consider going from an SCCA type mentality to more of an IndyCar mentality from a level of professionalism. So that's my goal.
And your background, you were general counsel for Champ Car.
That's exactly.
And then helped bring Champ Car and IndyCar together back a few years ago.
Yeah, I was a part of the legal team that negotiated the deal to bring IndyCar and Champ Car together in 2008.
Growth potential for the SVRA?
Unlimited. I mean, we've got an incredible stable of sponsors right now. One of the things that Tony's done a nice job of is changing the paradigm of vintage racing. Really turned it from just a competitor-based model to really a sponsorship and a fan-friendly model. We've got Jaguar, Land Rover, Avis, Merrill Lynch as sponsors, and we hope to bring on several more and bring on more fan-friendly environment at each of our venues as well.
As we wrap up, talk about what's going on Sunday at IMS for our viewers.
Absolutely. So Sunday at IMS, we've got the professional Trans Am race. That's Sunday afternoon. We've also got Formula Ford will be there. This is the 50th anniversary of Formula Ford in the United States. So we've got 70 Formula Fords that will be racing on Sunday afternoon. So gates are open all day, 9 to 4, and tickets are available on ims.com or speedtour.net.
All right. Well, Matt Breeden, again, congratulations on your new role as president of the Sports Car Vintage Racing Association and Competition this weekend at IMS. Gary, back to you.